At a time when there is an increase in the use of UAVs across the globe, specifically in the conflict zones, India and its forces are trying to up their game by employing counter UAV technologies. In fact, Indian services have recently shown their interest in the laser weapons. Yesterday, DRDO successfully tested and tried a 30 kilowatt laser directed energy weapon. This was one of the tests that has basically proved that India now possesses this high technology weapon and is a part of those limited nations that have this sort of weapon. We know that how laser weapon can be employed to counter any sort of UAV attack and in fact a drone attack. And in this particular case, when the trials were happening, DRDO in fact employed this particular technology and this particular weapon against a long range fixed wing drone. In fact, we have been told that it in fact destroyed the sensors and radars of the enemy, and after the test it was successfully said, in fact concluded with an argument that now this can be employed, this technology can be employed and can be given to the services. We know that how India has been focusing on Atmanirbharta, but even when Atmanirbharta is in focus, India has been employing several sort of foreign systems and foreign technologies to maintain the sort of security at the borders that is required, specifically at the line of control and the line of actual control. But this time around, when it is about the counter UAV and counter drone technology, so this particular weapon, that is Mark II Alpha of the DRDO, that is laser directed energy weapon, laser DEW weapon, that is can be used in the future for both Indian Army and Indian Air Force. At this point in time, we know that how multiple technologies and multiple weapon systems, in fact surveillance systems, are being used to deal with any sort of threat, be it the air threat or the ground-based threat. But as far as UAVs are concerned, so we know that how forces have already been using several sort of systems for both hard kills and soft kills. As far as laser weapons are concerned, so these weapons are basically used for hard kills, but experts say that these weapons can also be employed to jam the drone, to jam the UAV, or the sort of spoofing that is required to counter any sort of UAV attack or the drone attack.